Yo, what's up, guys? Okay, so there were some people that wanted me to do a gameplay footage of Mythic Plus. So we have here a 17 Sethless. Hopefully, I don't embarrass myself. I plan to only do one take. We're gonna go into this with kind of a different approach this time around. Never ran this essence setup. We're gonna go one mana essence. We're gonna run the typical Will and Vitality, and I think we're gonna run Haste for the group. Um, we'll see if it works out. I think it'll be fine. We'll have a little bit less mana than we're used to, but that's okay. We'll be giving everybody haste, so that's really cool. Let's make sure we have all of our buffs. Do not have a mage or but we have a priest, so we're okay on that front. Get our intellect. Get some music rolling. Okay. So, let's make sure that's actually a lot of corruption. Let's see. I mean, I guess it's okay. I wonder if we can get rid of some of it, though. I mean, we definitely could get rid of the hands. 900. I think we'll go with this. Yeah. I don't really want to get hit by a Grand Illusions personally. So we're gonna go a little bit more of a tame build. We're running all of our haste percent, so that's good. So you can see baseline we're at 61% haste. I know this is pretty unachievable for most of you guys. But we did run one less haste proc, so just keep that in mind. On my hands, my Racing Pulse piece doesn't have haste on itself, so it does lose a little bit of value. But typically Racing Pulse has about a third uptime, so even though it gives 1275 haste, it's kind of around like 420, 430 haste. So I still went down haste by dropping to an actual haste piece, but it's consistent haste, which is good. 200 consistent haste is pretty solid. And also, it's 35 less corruption, so that way we don't embarrass ourselves here. I don't think I've actually ran with this piece yet in a decent Mythic Plus. So I got this last night, or a couple nights ago. We have yet to do Mythic rating this week. What am I talking in? Oh, I'm in a Discord. Let's just disconnect from that, huh? That would have been awkward. Someone started talking in the middle of the video. Okay. This guy's making a route. Shouldn't really be anything too crazy. Let's make sure that we got mana potions, we have our coconut water, food buff, flask, everything looks good. Should be pretty easy. It's only 17. Okay, so right off the bat, I noticed that this tank has a lot of health. So far, when I run with Demon Hunters who have an insane amount of health, I actually find them to be pretty squishy, which is kind of weird because you think that they wouldn't be. So we'll have to keep an extra close eye on this guy and make sure he doesn't just fall down. Hopefully he's not just like stamina stacked, because that's not going to be pretty good on mitigation. It's a fairly easy week. It's fortified teaming, which means the ads are going to be the issue in this place, not the bosses, which sucks because I really wanted to show a really difficult galvanize or galvast, whatever his name is. But at 17, hopefully he'll make me do at least 100k healing. Probably around like 90 or 80. But maybe I'll try to do it with 100% mana and show it's possible. Might be more difficult now that we got rid of the Racing Pulse hands, but we'll try. We'll try. These people are taking a lot of time. I might have to shorten this video up. So here's the setup I'm going to be using. Same setup I use in Raid. Ring of Peace, Dampen. We got Chuji. I think that if you were like super elite, you could maybe even use either one of these to be decent. But personally, I think Refreshing J wouldn't cost much mana, and this costs too many globals. So we like the Turkey. Turkey's fun. Turkey does a little bit of damage too. So if you look at the end of your damage breakdown, you'll see that Chi was like 1 or 2% of your damage, which is nice. Obviously running Rising Mist. Chi Torpedo. We could probably run something else besides Chi Torpedo here because these walls and walls aren't really too big, but I'm just going to leave everything default. Obviously Miswrap. Okay. Let's look at the route they have here. I don't think it's too crazy. Okay, yeah, pretty basic shit. I was trying to get into an 18 or 19 for the video, but my IO is still not really like too crazy. I'm only at like 2350 or something, so it's not enough to just get me auto invited into like 18 or 19s yet. So, I mean, which is fair, right? 18 and 19s are pretty elite stuff. So, all right. So right before the timer, I'm gonna put up a few renewings. They last 20 seconds, so they should be good. I'll be able to put up a third one here. 4 seconds prior, a couple of envelopings into a essence font, and bada bing bada boom, we're off to the races. Yeah, so unfortunately we're a melee healer, which is makes Quaking Weeks difficult. Yeah, this place has got a lot of one-shots, so we'll have to be a little bit careful here. So as you can see, we already have all the buffs. I believe he's going in, yeah. And here we're just gonna, we don't really know what this group's doing, so we're just gonna get all 15 hots out. I'm very confused as to what this group's strategy is. Okay, we finally moved. Yeah. I mean, I guess this is a good example because the Pug is not exactly the greatest run so far. And if I showed you guys just a perfect run, it would be kind of biased, right? I just showed you a run with all my guildies where they basically just carry it and do really good. Here, we'll minimize this. We know it's a 17. And then this way you guys can see the HPS meter. Alright, we're just going to reapply enveloping here. Might be a waste because we're going to be popping out of the form here. But maybe we can add enough seconds. And see, we have done actually no healing. And so here we're just going to interrupted Blade Flurry, interrupted the heal. Okay. Okay, so see how he got hit there? That guy got topped immediately. That was a combination of Well Essence and Vitality Conduit. You know, over the course of the dungeon, Well Essence isn't going to show that it's doing that much damage. But what it will show is, what it does is it alleviates pressure, right? Its healing is the most important healing of all healing. Because it's saving lives, right? Raw HPS is not really as important in 5-man, so what's important is when you did the healing. This is kind of a weird strategy. I think we're just going to play it safe and lightning from afar. Okay, so yeah, it's good. Yep. Okay. Interesting. Okay. No panicking. Yeah, we're going to pump the tank very hard here. We're going to stun. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to put up enveloping and we're going to summon the bird. The reason we're going to put up enveloping is when we extend all of these, we want that to help. See, where he's basically getting healed by himself and Well Essence right now. I've never gotten hit by those ground pounds so much. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Like I said, guys, I'm definitely not a Mythic Plus god. I'm just a really good raid healer who has to do Mythic Plus for upgrades, right? So I want that stated. Jesus Christ. That was kind of stupid. Cool. It didn't fall off. So on this guy, all we have to do is watch Cyclone Strikes. We can go ahead and get all of our hots up here, right? So, unfortunately, see, that was about the worst thing that could have happened. We got the debuff. Okay, so everybody got the thing. Okay. And I really can't even talk. This group's not playing too well. Okay, and I'm also not playing well, actually. I'm very not happy with my performance so far. My hots have non-stop fallen off. And I'm looking like a liar. So, I'm also running one less mana thing, so I guess it's fair. Okay, good. We moved out of that. Okay, so as you can see, we have 5 Renewing Mist. That guy has the thing. He's Cyclone Striking. The tank just ate a full Cyclone Strike. Interesting. So you'll notice that damage went out, and I didn't even heal us. It just look. Watch this guy's health. That is well essence. Look, people were hitting into the lightning shield. Didn't matter. Vitality Condo, well essence. So here we have all 15 hots up with a really nice amount of time on them, and this is what we like to see. All right, moving right along. Come on. Go in portal. Okay. Jesus. What are we doing? Why? Maybe this is a different strat I've never seen before. Is he going to... Okay. Okay, I see. I think he's going to start the boss down here. This is some interesting stuff. I don't know if these are the new strats. Okay, so first round of debuffs out. I'm just going to clear him with Revival while we get in position here. I'm going to stun all these. Okay. He's got the debuff on, so we're going to go ahead and give him that. You always want to be looking to get out all your hots in every situation. We're going to dispel the tank. We're going to get feared here. Before we get feared, we're going to channel a full essence font. Okay, I think that somebody used something and cleared it for us. And I'm really having a hard time focusing on any of this. We shortchanged Torpedo on purpose there. Okay, so hopefully tank goes out first. Yep, he did. Straight into the pack, very good. We're gonna redo EM. I sense that there's a buff. Okay, we'll dispel him. We're gonna channel a full essence font, shortchange it, cause fuck it. Oh, we've also haven't used any mana pots. Yeah, that's a good point. We also haven't drank yet. We're gonna go ahead and give him the good there. I feel like my commentaries. Oh, am I dead? Okay. I got clipped into the wall. My torpedo went nowhere. You guys got a very strange style. I kind of like it. Kind of don't like it. I wanna redo all of the buffs here. Dispel them. Okay. And let's just try to hold on to these for as long as possible. Whoa, I just took a cleave. Does this guy have aggro? Is that what's going on here? I'm very fucking confused as to what is going on here. Okay. Let's summon the crane. We're just trying to keep that enveloping mist alive, which we've just barely managed to do over and over and over. Okay, dodge the breath. Okay. So we're just trying to do, we're just kicking, we're just doing damage. We're mostly healer focused. Our well is probably fully stacked, which is good. And so with the well is really what takes care of us when this tank's health dips down super low because he's doing crazy shit. I do like the pace though. This is very fun. Oh, I like this. What he's about to do. Wow, we all took that cleave. Let's move is not to pull the boss. Okay. Somebody accidentally pulled the boss. Okay. It's hard to tell what's intentional and what's not. I'm just gonna try to get hots up on all of us right now. Okay, let's break the guy out of not a snakes. Okay, let's dodge this. I didn't drink enough Mountain Dew for this. Okay. Interesting. See, and I don't know. Basically, well essence is because I don't have trustworthy groups, and vitality conduit procs off well essence. So I sacrifice quite a bit by having to run both of them. But in my opinion, they're like retard protection, or I guess quality assurance would be the more appropriate way of maybe perhaps talking about that. So that was really cool what we did right there. I don't know if you guys knew, but you can use paralysis to range break those guys out of the knot of snakes. You can also use that on Waycrest. No, sorry, that's incorrect. Shrine is what I was thinking of. To break people out of the first boss's debuff. I don't know the name, sorry. We might have to knock these guys. Are these guys... Yeah, we're gonna have to knock them. Okay. That was a good knock. So again, that was that guy getting topped. So what that was a very large number of well essence procs into vitality conduit procs, and I think maybe he potioned or something. But either way, he essentially dropped below half health for just a second and immediately went back to full. And yet, I'm one of the big people on the. Okay, so that was a combination of his leech and probably vitality and well essence. We're not another knot of snakes. We broke that out. Very good. Okay, every time he does blinding, I just do an essence font. Alright, nothing else to do at the time. This week's gonna be a little bit rough. Wait, did we just lust or did I just? I don't even know. I give up. We've accidentally layered our renewing mist like 4 times now. Maybe the 5th time in a row we'll get it, huh? Okay. Hey, we got it, baby. Professional player, by the way. And someone just got one shot. Huh. I'm gonna go ahead and put up all the hots. There we go. Everybody's got enveloping. Everybody's got everything. I'm gonna go ahead and use a defensive here. These ads hit surprisingly really hard. So I want to say that that guy died because he stood in the shock. There's not really much more we can do to prevent deaths like that. You know, I'm typically not a fan of the oh well mentality, where if somebody dies and they stood in something and the healer typically will say oh well, you know, and what can you do, right? They stood in something, therefore they died. If there's ever a chance that you could have saved them, be it instant reaction, a cocoon, something, that you could consider that your fault as a healer. There's no reason not to. If you truly want to be the best, oh my god. Okay, here we go. We are doing 144k HPS. Interesting. I feel like I keep minimizing that. It keeps opening back up. Yeah, so that trash pack, I just did 150k. Kind of ironic. I don't know why I had to do that much. Guess that's just how hard that trash hits. We even lusted for it, I think. That's how much we consider that a threat. This guy seems to be like a Temple of Sethless master. Wow, that hit really hard. I should probably just keep EM on me 24/7. Alright, we've gotten to my favorite boss, though. Alright, so we're going to shortchange the thing here. Alright. I'll have a sip here. This might actually be a little bit difficult. Actually, no, it's not triangle. This will be fine. Good. We're not doing corner shot. I really hate corner shot. It's really difficult to catch all the things. Go ahead and apply the rest of the things here. We're gonna get the next one that spawns over here. There we go. 82k, and I'm at 94% mana. So, hopefully, you guys can believe me when I say I can do 110k just fine. I was pretty much doing nothing that fight. I got called all kinds of interesting names in the Discord when I claimed I could do that. I don't know why. Didn't seem that difficult to me. Uh, I know I have really ridiculous haste levels, and so, you know, maybe what I perceive as easy can be a lot more difficult. But trust me, guys, when you get a lot of haste levels, your hots just don't fall off. So you don't have to reapply them. Therefore, you're not spending mana on reapplying them. Oh, this is wait. Does the things even hit you? Oh, why am I worried? The things don't even hit you. Christ, I'm such a fucking idiot. And I have actually failed at applying and enveloping to this tank about 17,000 times. I did? Yeah. The cocoon just in case. Don't be afraid to use your defensives to keep yourself alive. If you guys notice, I use my defensives and my cocoon on myself a lot. The reason being is I'm very confident I can save other people with my abilities, but I'm not confident in my own play defensively. I would say if I have a weakness, it's standing in things as a player. I have a hard time focusing on anything besides health bars. I find it difficult. Not altogether interesting. That was a pretty early stun. I'm gonna help out with the damage here. At least apply the debuff on all of them. Wow, this guy's getting dicked. Here we're just gonna let the macro do its work. Macro will constantly try to attack the closest target to us. Since there's so many billion targets, I'm questioning, was I supposed to be the one doing the orb? I really hate being on orb duty. Not quite sure what our strategy here is. I'm just kind of focusing down the orb guardians. Okay, that was pretty solid. We do have to go back and get to the obelisk though, unless we're gonna do it with the last boss, which we. I guess I should be talking more about what I'm doing, but it's just really second nature to me. I'm always rising sun kicking, guys. Basically, if these bars aren't always yellow and there isn't always like a enveloping mist on my tank, I'm not okay, right? So like before he goes in, I'll pre-do that. He's channeling. First thing I do, rising sun kick, and like, here we are in the thing. Now, hopefully we do the running strategy. I'm unsure of what strategy we're doing. I'm gonna roll away, find out here. I guess our group's also a little confused. What is our trash count? Okay, we still have a bit. I imagine we're gonna be pulling a lot with the boss buff at the end. We can definitely re-up on our intellect buff because it's been 30 minutes. 28. We've done a good job not dying, so we haven't had to redo food buff. Redoing food buff is very important if you're a panda. It can be a significant portion, especially if you're as expedient stacked as I am. You may think, oh, food buff, not that big of a deal, but it comes up to something like 300 haste, which is a very big deal in my opinion. Okay, so these guys are going to do a lot of damage. So much so that I need to be very careful. And I think I'm going to try to get up envelopings on the whole group. So if somebody accidentally gets targeted, They have, yeah, it's like that. See, that guy went under half. We're going to go ahead and dispel that. We're going to roll to this next target preemptively. Because they're casters, it doesn't matter if we get aggro. Comes the lava burst. This is half of someone's health. Okay, I think a demon hunter blurred it or got interrupted or something. Comes another lava burst. Okay, that got interrupted by swivel. Another lava burst. That one's going to be half someone's health. So these guys on this week, because it's fortified, you have to be aware that it's going to hit somebody very hard. And I believe, much like a regular shaman, if they have flame shock, it will crit. So you kind of want to be dispelling those flame shocks. I know it can be rather annoying. And I'm pretty much ready to go. So I have a special voodoo set up just for this boss, guys. It has NPCs listed here. And so what I'm going to be doing is prior to... Okay, so first thing you always want to do, guys, is you want to be killing this Heart Guardian right here. You guys didn't know. This is just general stuff. You cannot sustain the required tank healing for very long if you do not kill that guy. And oftentimes people won't. So Well Essence does work on the guy in the middle, so charging up an infinite number of Well Essence prior to the moment where you have to do a lot of healing is very important. Oh, nice, they CC'd the Plague Doctor. Really makes this trivial. And we're gonna even... Yeah. Now, they might be aware that I need that Plague Doctor to heal. Okay. So, we're gonna go ahead and go ham on this guy. And we're just gonna top this guy as hard as we can, basically. I used a lot of our mana, but that's why we brought Memory. Alright, so there we go. I didn't even use the Plague Doctor that they saved for me, which was kind of mean, but I'm not a fan. That's where you have to do the majority of the healing, and I'm not a fan of really drawing it out, so. There's going to be a good moment here for us to revival. It's going to be when everybody's covered in buffs. Or maybe when I get hit. I think actually right now might be a good time. Okay, that was very bad. Alright, there we go. Topped it. Bada bing, bada boom. Not the greatest. That's for sure. We could have been pre-rolling hots on him earlier, but whatever, you know. Alright, now here come the rest of the ads. We're gonna stay away from the main group. Now this Heart Guardian, even though this mode is nerfed, we still want to focus him because I think he can stack up really high. So we're just gonna focus him. Yeah, this haste, by the way, for us is obviously nuts. You'll see I'm gonna gain a lot of mana back from this, just from the like how nuts all the things are. Okay, cool. We have killed the Heart Guardian. And now let's just help do damage. Dungeon's pretty much over. There it is, guys. I think we +2. Is that a +2 on the 17? Ah, we +2 the 17. Very good. Alright, well, I thought this group was going to be a bit of a joke. They turned out to be actually pretty good. Not really any good loot. No, not good. Cool. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. Bit cringe, huh? Either way, very good job. I guess I'll close out the video by saying a few closing points. So in a 5-man, you just have to be kind of hyper focused on those hots, right? Um, because you never want to be in a situation where you're behind. If you notice, it didn't matter if like there was nothing to heal. I was constantly obsessed with getting 5 hots out. And the reason for this is that your rotation shouldn't change, like at all, right? You want to practice for high-end content, and what you would do in high-end content is you keep all the hots up all the time. And you can see for brief amounts of time, I'm able to maintain 5 envelopings when I need to. And this is paramount to being able to burst heal through some things. I wouldn't even be surprised to say that if you really wanted to, you could probably do like an ignition mage fuse to heal certain things if you really want to go that route. Just because you could push the button, put up 5 envelopings, keep those 5 envelopings up for 30 seconds to probably heal through any 30-second period of your life. But in general, that was a consistent haste run. Very low corruption, only 8 corruption. So obviously our normal healing set is a little bit different. Um, yeah, this is going to be 45. My normal set is going to be 45 corruption because I'm going to be running a different, I'll be running a different neck. So my normal set is pretty high corruption. I might have to lower that. We'll see. Because I just got this new corruption here, and I I got Inevitable Truth cloth pants, which I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to be using raids. So maybe you guys will find out. But either way, I don't know why I'm talking about non-Mythic Plus stuff. Okay, so Mythic Plus do's and don'ts. If you guys aren't doing high keys, then watching where you're going isn't really necessarily as important. Things just get really one-shotty at the end there. But you could see I didn't really heal anybody. I don't know if you guys noticed. Like I didn't do any healing, and it's because I was always keeping up hots. The hots were always filling up the well essence, and the well essence is what healed people. I didn't heal people. My vitality conduit. Let's see if we can get an overall here. Simple as Seth was 17 overall. Okay, so we did 48k healing overall. Damage done. Let's look at overall. Okay. So we only did 15k DPS. Not very good. Typically I do anywhere from 15 to 20k, so that was only 15k DPS. But I was also talking to you guys the whole time, and I didn't know anybody in the group, so I didn't know the route we were using. So that's my excuse. 48k HBS, it's alright, not that much. No, I'm good for about 60 or 70. Some runs I've done as much as 80k for average of the whole thing. But we were really cruising, and I was using this helmet, so we were able to get away with it. As you can see, my top heal is Enveloping Mist, which I try to keep on a tank 24/7. Vitality Conduit, the first part did 7%, the second part did 1.5. So Vitality Conduit is responsible for about 8.7, almost 9% of my healing. Well, Essence was 4.3%, which seems low, right? But you have to remember, when was that 4.3%? It was on targets that were below 50%, and also it's rocking Vitality. So I know it seems like I'm really stressing this well essence and it's not really performing that well, but it really does help out on targets who are about to die. Because healing doesn't necessarily matter. It's all about speed. It's all about quickness of response, right? If you really want to prevent deaths, you really want to be the greatest you can be, you have to be able to heal them instantly when they drop low. And nobody has the reflexes to do that like Well Essence. And Well Essence will store up, and then boom, they drop below half, and it'll heal them instantly. And hopefully your hots are, you've got everybody so well healed that you don't need to use Well Essence, but it's there if you need it. I could probably get away with not having it, but then I'd have to be more confident in the players I'm running with. So if that was the case, I wouldn't use Well Essence. If I was doing a guild run, or if I was more confident, maybe a lower key, I'd probably run Formless Void. It would give me more int, more haste, probably allow me to do a little bit more damage. Maybe I could even get away with running Crucible of Flame, do some damage. Like I said, guys, in my other video, I don't know if you saw it, but the Essence system and your gearing choice have some flexibility, but for the most part, I still like to run haste gear with haste corruptions, just like Raid, and the neck essences are what, in my opinion, have the most flexibility. I'm a huge fan of Vitality and Well, though, obviously, as I mentioned 1,000 times. I think the Artifice time, we can check our buff up time on ourselves. It's going to be a little bit skewed, and it's going to show it as lower because there really wasn't much damage being dealt to us at all. So I had a 21% uptime on it on myself alone. So it was probably 100% uptime, well, like maybe like 80 or 90% on the tank because I was actually healing him the whole time. And I imagine the other members probably got somewhere around 20 or 30%. So it's a decent haste chunk, right? It gives everybody in your party like 100 haste. Gives your tank probably around 300 haste, and it gives yourself some haste. So it's a way to help everybody do more damage. And obviously, we did have some big pumpers in the group, the very large boys, and I'd like to think I'm a part of that. So, um, I don't know. I feel like that about wraps it up. I didn't even really chug that many mana pots. I did drink a fair amount. So maybe I was just nervous and I didn't want to be embarrassed. But typically, I would just chug mana pots and not be drinking coconut water as often. So I think I went through like 6 waters, which normally I'll go like waterless for the whole run. Okay, this video is long enough. But there's your Mythic Plus gameplay, Miss Water video. Hopefully, you learned something. Maybe my passive play you could look at and see some things that might help you guys improve, or maybe you saw something I did and you know what not to do. I don't know. Anyways, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching. This has been Miss Water. That was Mythic Plus, a gameplay review. Goodbye.